Yo, what's up, guys? The World Cup qualifiers end on a sour note for the Italian national team, losing to Norway today 4-1. Now, guys, where to begin with this match today? Now, I thought Italy had a fantastic first half against Norway. Italy started off the game very strong, playing very well. I really liked what I saw in that first half by Italy, especially that first 20 to 25 minutes. Italy were really putting it on Norway. Italy scoring an early goal 11 minutes into the game with beautiful link-up play from Locatelli, putting in that nice cross into DeMarco. DeMarco with a beautiful ball to Retegui. And Retegui's hold-up play is very impressive, to say the least, guys. Does a great job holding up the ball with that beautiful little pass to DeMarco and then giving it to his teammate Pio Esposito, who has 3 goals in 5 matches now for the national team. Pio Esposito was the only bright spot, really, in this weekend's fixtures of the international break, guys, for Italy. Now, after Italy take the 1-0 lead, obviously things start to slow down a little bit, but they were still dictating play, dominating possession, winning all the 50-50 balls, having some more dangerous chances. But unfortunately, Italy cannot get another goal, right? And that was the most frustrating thing is, they maybe deserved another goal with the way they were playing. But it goes into halftime 1-0. Norway's manager was very frustrated. Of course, you could see it on the touchline, and they made adjustments. And man, oh man, you got to give Norway a lot of bloody credit, man. They came into that second half and really dominated Italy and dictated play. My God, you knew it from the whistle of the second half. You just saw it, that Norway just got completely different in the second half. Their manager clearly gave them shit at halftime, and they came out a completely different team in the second half, guys. And then Norway tied the game up about 10-15 minutes into the half. Di Lorenzo, who I'm not a fan of playing as a center back. First of all, I'm just not a fan of the player in general. Overplays the ball and leaves Politano one-on-one with Antonio Nusa. And this guy here, my God, he has busted Italy's chops in both bloody games. He scored in the first game in Oslo, and then he scores again today with a great strike. But he's one-on-one against Politano, who can't defend, obviously. He's a winger, of course. And Nusa takes him out for lunch. It honestly was a great shot by him, but a horrible defending by the national team. And the defending only got bloody worse for the national team. And I just cannot believe you leave this player wide open for Norway's second goal. Freddie DeMarco, who I think lacks defensively sometimes, not only for Inter, but for the national team. That's not his strongest suit. And unfortunately, it showed in this moment where he leaves the best striker in the world wide open, far post. And Erling Haaland, this guy here, man, I'm telling you, what a player this guy is. Scores a beautiful strike on his teammate Donnarumma to make it 2-1 for Norway. And you just knew right then and there, there's no way Italy is winning this game. You just knew that they were deflated after that goal. Even the first goal, they looked scared and tense after that. And it just looked very worrying. And then not even a minute later, Bastoni decides to gives the ball away like candy, of course, right to Norway. And you let Erling Haaland get it alone like that for him to score his second goal in a minute. Just atrocious defending and just atrocious play by the Italian national team, guys. And you just knew right then and there, that's it. The playoffs were already automatic from last game, of course. You just knew they were automatic, guys. But the performance itself in the second half was lifeless, was pathetic. It was a bunch of things. And then at the end of the game, Norway puts the final dagger in the coffin with that beautiful goal. But again, the defending, my God. I'm pretty sure it was Mancini just get completely dribbled past in that fourth goal there. And Larson, bottom quarter, finally makes Norway get the dagger in, winning 4-1. And Norway, congratulations to them. For the first time since 1998, they are qualified for the World Cup. Listen, I'm going to give Norway a round of applause. Listen, they were spectacular during these qualifiers. A plus 32 goal differential. I'm pretty sure that is the highest in qualifiers. They spanked Italy both times, winning 7-1 on aggregate. Norway deserve to go to the World Cup. There is no doubt in my mind. And they won today with a Martin Odegaard. Okay, and they were very impressive today in that second half. First half, they didn't even need to play that hard Norway, and they still came into that second half and played for the country, played for the pride of their nation, and spanked Italy up. And they deserve it. Now, listen, we all know Norway does not get to the World Cup without Erling Haaland. But this guy here, I'm telling you, man, what a player this man is. You know, the numbers that he has put up, not only this year, but in general for his country. You know, Erling Haaland has put 55 goals in 48 matches. Like, that is insane to me. Like, my God. You gotta give, like, this guy here is something else. Otherworldly. 16 goals in 8 qualifying matches. 32 goals this season for club and country in 21 games. He is the best striker in the world. He is an absolute beast. And this is why Norway are going to the World Cup. Look, they got great players like Sorloth, Nusa, Odegaard. But my God, they don't get there without this player. And it is absolutely understood why he is the best striker in the world. He showed it today. He showed it all through qualifiers. He showed it in the first game against Italy. Erling Haaland, best striker in the world by far. And Norway deserved to get through. But Italy themselves, guys, my God, we got some trouble on our hands again. You know, Gattuso had a perfect record going into this game, but that don't matter. As soon as the elevation of the competition went up, Italy just cracked. You know, and that is the worrying sign. Sure, you can go beat teams like Estonia, Moldova, and Israel, but as soon as the competition went up, you saw Italy crumble, and that is extremely worrying. Now, with the playoffs coming up, you know, you got to really be concerned about the fragility of this team, not only mentally for sure, but on the field itself. That is just not good enough. I think we can all agree. And the FIGC continuously neglect the infrastructure of the Italian national team and the youth. It is very concerning, to say the least, guys. You know, you see Spain, who had trouble, you know, a couple years getting out early in tournaments, but they have the infrastructure to get back up. And look what they are now, defending European champion, and they're a powerhouse again. But Italy continue to struggle because of that jackass Gravina up top and the club teams and not caring about the youth product and them improving as a nation. That is very concerning to me. And you're seeing it. Since Italy won in 2006, they have struggled mightily to qualify for these tournaments. Guys, look, I understand a lot of people are frustrated with the format, but that's BS, guys, at some point. You got to go out there and win your games. I understand it's frustrating only one team qualifying through qualification, but as a 4-time world champion, you got to win your games. And Italy did not deserve to go through, specifically with those 2 games against Norway, giving up too many goals to Israel, not scoring against Moldova. I've said this many times in past video, guys. Italy did this to themselves. And this is why they are going to a playoff for the 3rd straight bloody time. And it is very concerning for us fans. And there are certain players that shouldn't be playing or that shouldn't be starting. You know, and Gattuso frustrates me sometimes. You know, why can't you play Di Lorenzo on the flank? I understand Politano's there for creativity, but play him on the flank. That is where he's most suited. Why couldn't Gabbia get a start? Why didn't Buongiorno start? Why does Gianluca Mancini have to start every bloody game? I don't understand this manager sometimes. But he has to figure it out before the playoffs, or else Italy is in serious, serious trouble of missing a 3rd straight World Cup. It would be a disaster, to say the least, guys. It was already a disaster the first time and the second time. I don't even know what to call it anymore if you miss it a 3rd straight time. I really don't. But Gattuso's got to figure something out, guys. The team itself, you can see there's weaknesses, a lot of them. And even he as a manager has his weaknesses. But this is the team. He's going to be the manager going into the playoffs. He has to figure it out. Now, their opponent, we're going to find out on Thursday. That's when the draw is. Very concerning, of course. I hope they don't draw a team with some scary strikers. You know, if Sweden find a way to get there, you know, you got guys like Isak and Gyökeres. That is scary, of course. But that's just an example per se. There are other teams that can go and shock Italy. Look what happened against North Macedonia. But this is continuously a problem, guys, from the FIGC down. Italy has had these problems for years, and they don't want to fix it. They keep neglecting it. And you're seeing teams like Norway blow past a country like Italy, which is absolutely astonishing to me. A country like Italy who produces good talent. Obviously not world-class talent like a guy like Haaland, but still, you got to find a way to win games. And I understand we didn't have Tonali, Keane, Calafiori, but still, that's not an excuse, guys. You got to go out there and win your matches, and today was just another example that Italy just didn't have what it took to win this game. No matter if the game had no meaning or not, you got to go out there and play for your country. And I don't want to see Italy games being played in Milan anymore. And I'm a Milan fan, and I don't want to see the national team playing in Milan anymore. No more. They have lost 4 in a row over there. It's clearly bad luck for them right now. Don't play over there. Go to the Olimpico. Go to the Allianz. Go somewhere else. But do not go to Milan anymore. That's enough. I know it's just an excuse there, but I don't want them playing in Milan anymore, guys. That's enough. But this team here, guys, the country, Gattuso's got to call up the right players. Don't call up favorites for the playoffs. You got to call who's in form and who's willing to fight to get Italy to a World Cup, because right now, things are looking bleak and dire. And right now, all of us fans are extremely nervous that this team will not qualify for a 3rd straight World Cup. I think we can all agree on that, right, guys? So, tell me your thoughts and opinions on this game today, guys. Very concerning the way Italy performed in this game. You know, what's going to happen when the playoffs hit? What happens if they do qualify and they go to the World Cup? What happens then? Are you going to play like this against teams like Norway? Seriously, that is a major concern. The defense is a concern. You know, the attack I'm not too worried about. When Keane gets back in there to take it, will be fine. But even the midfield, too, we got to get that sorted out. They just got overran in that second half. Very, very concerning shit, guys, to say the least. You know, like Fratesi didn't do anything today. Locatelli had a good first half. Not a great second half. You know, there's just so many things to point at in this game today, guys. And it is very concerning, to say the least. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this match today, guys. You know, qualifiers are over. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who watched and followed and subscribed and liked. The last video I made about Italy Norway hit over 11,000 views, so I appreciate you guys watching and liking, so it means a lot to me. Now, we got the playoffs to look forward to. I'll make a video on the reaction of who we're facing and our opponent, guys. But thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, click like if you like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Forza Italia sempre, as always, guys. And remember, if you do not watch sports, you're a mark. Ciao, guys.